When is Jesus coming? Lorraine Day, MD. Would you be surprised to realize that Jesus has told you every week of your life exactly when he's coming back? No, we don't know the day nor the hour, but he has told every one of us exactly when he's coming back. Do you agree that the Earth's monthly cycle is determined by Earth's relationship to the Moon? Do you agree that the Earth's yearly cycle is determined by Earth's relationship to the Sun? Do you agree that the Earth's 24-hour day cycle is determined by Earth's relationship to the Sun and Moon? Then what in the heavens, astronomically speaking, determines our 7-day weekly cycle? You're right. Nothing. So where did we get a 7-day week? It goes all the way back to creation. In the book of Genesis, God created the earth in 6 days, and rested on the 7th day. Why did God create a 7-day week? Why not a 5-day week or a 10-day week? Maybe God was trying to tell us something. In addition, why is the number 7 called God's number in the Bible? Because it's the perfect number, or it signifies completion, you may reply. But why is 7 a perfect number? And why does 7 signify completion? The answer will become apparent. The Apostle Peter provides the key to our understanding in 2 Peter, chapter 3, where Peter is discussing the second coming of Christ in the verses both before and immediately after verse 8. In verse 8 he states that 1 day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as 1 day. Frequently this is interpreted to mean that since the Lord is outside of time, that whether it's a day or 1,000 years, it's all the same to him. But God always deals with humanity in precise periods of time. Everything has its appointed time. There was a time for the flood, a time for Christ to come to the earth, a time for the crucifixion, a time for the resurrection, and a time for the second coming, though only God knows the day and the hour. 2 concepts are repeated over and over throughout the Scriptures. 1. Everything has an appointed time, and 2. The number 7 is God's number. The 6-in-1 symbology of creation, 6 days of creation and the 7th day as the Sabbath, is apparent in numerous Bible stories. 1. The Israelites marched around Jericho once a day for 6 days and 7 times on the 7th day, then the walls fell down. The victory was delivered to Israel. Josh 6, 3-6. 2. After the Lord brought down fire on Mount Carmel and consumed Elijah's sacrifice and the priests of Baal were destroyed, Elijah prayed for rain 6 times and nothing happened. When he prayed the 7th time, there appeared a cloud as small as a man's hand and rain poured out from heaven. 1 Kings 18, 38-46. 3. Jesus predicted to his disciples that some of them would not see death until they saw him coming in his kingdom. Matt 16-27, 28. 6 days after that statement, on the 7th day, Peter, James and John witnessed Jesus' transfiguration into divine glory. Matt 17, 1-9. The 6 days of creation equals 6,000 years of Earth's history. The 7th day equals the beginning of the 7th 1,000-year millennial period when Christ returns in glory to take the righteous to heaven to be with him. 4. In the 4th commandment, 6 days are allotted for man, the 7th day is for worship of the Lord on the Sabbath. Acts 20, 8-11, see also Heb 4, 1-9. 5. In John, chapter 1, Jesus is seen with John the Baptist before traveling to the wedding at Cana where he performed his first miracle. The first 4 days are found in verses 19, 29, 35 and 43. On the 4th day, Jesus makes the trip to Cana and is not seen again until the 7th day in chapter 2, at which time he performs the miracle of turning water into wine. The wedding symbolizes Jesus, the bridegroom, returning for his bride, the church. Other interesting examples are: 6. Israel was to work the soil for 6 years and rest the soil in the 7th year. Acts 23:10, 11. 7. There were 6 steps up to Solomon's throne which rested in its splendor on the 7th step, symbolizing the power and glory of God. 2 Chron 9-17, 18. 8. Young King Aparat, Joash, was hid in the temple for 6 years and then crowned king in the 7th year, on the 7th-day Sabbath. 2 Kings 11, 3-12. 9. Noah was 600 years old at the time of the flood, the judgment of the earth. Gen 7-6. The Bible is filled with many other such examples. So there you have it, the great week of time. God created a 7-day week, 6 days of creation and the 7th-day Sabbath to symbolize the 6,000 years of history of this world, to be followed by the 7th 1,000 years of millennial Sabbath rest in heaven. Jesus will return when the earth is 6,000 years old. When will that be? Many astronomers and other scientists using sophisticated computer programs have calculated that the Earth will be 6,000 years old sometime around the year 2000, give or take a few years. In addition, someone besides God knows exactly how old the Earth is. He was around when it was created, Satan. And when does he want to have his counterfeit one world government in place? Right. The year 2000. So there it is. Why is 7 God's perfect number? From the time the Garden of Eden was created until Eden is restored by God in the earth made new will be 7,000 years, the great week of time. Jesus will return when the earth is 6,000 years old. Jesus is coming. He is even at the door. Matt 24-32, 33.